Hey guys, today we are doing an honest to goodness get ready with me, like an actual get ready with me because I'm actually going out. I don't feel like I have really gone out a lot in the recent past. And anyway, we're going to be doing a get ready with me. I am going out to dinner with my husband. I'm very, very excited. We're doing like a little date night. And I, of course, wanted to whip out the most flawless makeup that I have. So we are going to be using some of my favorites. We are going to be pulling out the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. They originally sent me the shade Deauville, and they sent me some lighter shades because this one was a little bit too, I don't even know if the color depth was too warm or if it was just just too deep for me. Anyway, we're going to try Mont Blanc, which is L2 today. It's a little bit different. And this video is sponsored by NARS, so thank you so much for working with me. But I'm going to start with these two. What I want to do actually is swatch these two because there are 36 shades in this foundation. And while I mean, yes, we want options, right? But sometimes it gets really confusing when a lot of them are very close or like the undertones, just shift a little bit. I get confused. I get confused easily. So let's see. I'm going to swatch both of these. And if you have a similar skin tone to me, hopefully this is helpful. So let's see. We've got Deauville over here and Mont Blanc over here. I think it's actually pretty obvious that this one is deeper. So let me just spread these out a little bit. So there's Deauville. That's the one that I used before that was too deep. And here's Mont Blanc. I think Mont Blanc is going to be good. Let's just see. I am definitely at my palest right now. We're coming out of winter here in Las Vegas. Well, we're going to give it a shot, right? Okay, so let me wipe this off and I'll be right back. All right, so we're going to go ahead with Mont Blanc, right? Okay. I thought I was going to pull out Deauville again. All right, so I've got Mont Blanc here and I'm going to apply it to this side of my face. And I love this foundation. You guys know when I did a video a while back about like all these new foundations I tried, I raved about this one. It is really, really beautiful. It has a really nice light medium to medium, like buildable coverage, and it's really perfecting. I just find it so blurring. So I'm going to apply it to just one half of my face so we can compare to the other side and you'll see how smooth and blurring it is. And I am not even using that much. I still have that much left on the back of my hand. But this shade, I think, is a much better match for me. So again, if you are a similar skin tone to me, I think Mont Blanc is a good match. And that is L2, I believe. Yes, L2. I really have to bring my reading glasses in here. And the other great thing about this foundation is that there are skincare ingredients in here. So there are skincare benefits to this foundation, which is awesome. We put foundation on and we have it on all day. It's really nice to know that it's not ruining our skin, that it's actually benefiting our skin. Okay, guys, so there is a nice light layer on this half of my face. Can you see how smooth my skin looks compared to this side? Look how beautiful that looks. Let me blend that in a little bit more. There we go. That's so lovely. Oh, I'm so thankful that they sent over a different shade for me because I knew I loved this foundation, but because that Deauville shade was a little bit off, I just wasn't reaching for it as much as I really, really wanted to. But now, I'm going to be wearing this all the time. Look how beautiful that is. And I love this like really, really soft, radiant, like skin-like finish that it has. It's just really, really gorgeous. Okay, let me go ahead and apply to the rest of my face and we'll come back and take another close look. All right, there is the foundation all over my skin. You can see it has some really decent coverage, which is why I picked this foundation for date night because I really wanted like a very finished, flawless look, which I feel like this foundation gives me. And it's very long lasting. So anyway, let me go ahead and zoom in here on my forehead and then we'll pan down. And you can see just how like blurring it is right over my cheekbones where I have like larger pores. Oh, I just think it makes my skin look so smooth. Look at my cheek. So nice and smooth. I love this foundation. And again, I have it in the shade Deauville. It is so, so lovely. And I feel like it has enough coverage where I don't necessarily need concealer. So I think I'm going to forego concealer. I am going to use one of my all-time favorite setting powders. And this is the NARS Light Reflecting Setting Powder in Crystal. And this is one of those like magical powders that does even more blurring for your skin. And I don't know if you guys remember, but I used to do a Top 5 Tuesdays series. And I want to say 4 years ago on my channel, 3 or 4 years ago on my channel, I did top 5 powders and this was in there. So this is like a long time favorite of mine. So with this powder, I can use either a brush or my fingers. I'm going to start with a brush because I'm just going to kind of tap just all over just to kind of set everything. Forehead, over my eyes, and of course over my nose. But if you feel like you need a little bit of extra, you can also go in with your finger, which I like to do. I'll just like run it over the pan and then just press it. And even though I don't have concealer down, I do like to make sure my under eyes are set extra well because that's where a lot of movement at least on my face, that's where a lot of movement is. So I'm just gonna do that. Like, look at that blurring. Yeah, my skin looks really smooth. Okay, so foundation and powder's on. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw on some bronzer just to warm up my face a little bit here. I've got my Tom Ford Glow Bronzer in Terra. And for blush, I'm gonna use one of my new favorites. This is the M Cosmetics Heaven's Gold Blush in Baroque. Such a beautiful nudie pinky peach with a gorgeous sheen. I'm just using the same brush mainly because I'm lazy. I'm just gonna dust that lightly onto my cheeks there. I think I need a little more here. And then we're gonna use my new favorite highlighter. This is a limited edition Chanel Rev de Camellia. And I love, love, love the wet glossy shine that it gives my cheek. So I'm just gonna throw some right on top of my cheekbone. Some down the bridge of my nose. Little here. I'm gonna add a little bit more since I am doing an evening look. And then for eyebrows, I'm gonna use my Persona Swipe Up Brow Gel in Charcoal. And then I'm gonna grab one of the most simple yet impactful eyeshadow duos I have. This is from Chantecaille. This is the Le Chrome Luxe Eye Duo in the shade Tibet. I have gone on and on and on about this duo. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the lighter shade first and just add to the inner half of my lid. Maybe more like the inner 2/3 of my lid. Look at how beautifully shiny that is. So gorgeous. And then I'm just gonna flip my brush over and go into the darker shade and apply that to the outer corner of my eye and blend that in. I'm just gonna grab a very fluffy eye brush and just graze it over the top edge and the outer corner here. Just make sure it's all blended out. Isn't that so pretty? I love it. Simple evening look. And a great pairing to this eye duo is Victoria Beckham's Satin Kajal Liner in Sea Gray. I love using this in my waterline. So that's what I'm gonna do. So that's in the waterline, and then I'm gonna take the shade Bronze from Victoria Beckham again, and just drag this along my lash line. Now this extra step I'm doing because I am going out, but for regular everyday for me, this is a little dramatic. And then I'm gonna add some to my waterline up here. Okay, I'm just gonna curl my lashes. And I'm gonna throw on some of the Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. Okay, last but not least, I did pull out a bunch of my Gucci lipsticks. I was just talking about these in my faves of my faves, and I love their cool toned browns. So I just have to figure out, I wanted to see, like, once my eye look was done, what I thought would kind of work the best. Maybe this one. Which one is this one? This one is Susan Nude, and then this one is a Royal Scandal. This could be good too. Very dramatic because it is very, very cool toned. Maybe that is the way to go since, again, we're doing an evening look, but I do need a lip liner. So I'm going to use the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude lip crayon in Ilona NP2. Okay, and now for a Royal Scandal. And there we have my evening look. Very dramatic, cool tone brown lip. I love it. And how is my skin looking? And my skin is still looking really flawless. Look, I'm like loving how smooth and blurred everything looks. Oh, yes. All right, well, that is it. A big thank you to NARS for sponsoring this video, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. Everything on my face will be linked below in the description box, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.